checks her on second, gets the sign from Dickie, roughing stretches, roughing pitches. Low and outside, ball three. Come on, Red, make him a hitter. In there all the time, Red! Please, my head is splitting.
I told that boy 109 times. Eugene, stop banging the wall.
In a minute, Mom. This is for the World Series.
Can't we do that someplace else? I'll break his arm, that's where he'll do it. Eugene, I'm not going to tell you again, you hear me?
It's the last batter, Ma. Malon is up. It's a crucial moment in World Series history.
Your Aunt Blanche has a splitting headache.
I don't want him to stop playing. It's just the baby.
He always does it when I'm studying. I have a big test in history tomorrow.
One pitch, Mom. I think I can get him to pop up. I have my stuff today.
Your father will give you plenty of stuff when he comes home, you hear?
All right, all right.
I want you inside now. Put out the water glasses.
Oh, I can do that.
Why is his arm broken? And I don't want any mouth talk, you hear?
Attention, ladies and gentlemen. Today's game will be delayed because of my Aunt Blanche's headache.
That's my sewing today. That's all I need is for you to go blind.
I just have this one edge to finish. Lori, darling, can you help her out with the dishes?
2 more pages, all right, Mom? I have to finish the Macedonia Wars. Always studying that one. She's gonna have some head on her shoulders.
Eugene! I'm coming!
And wash your hands.
They're clean. I'm wearing a glove. I hate my name. Eugene Morris Jerome. It is the second worst name ever given to a male child. The first worst is Haskell Fleischman. How am I ever going to play for the Yankees with a name like Eugene Morris Jerome? You have to be a Joe or a Tony or a Frankie. I wish I was born Italian. All the best Yankees are Italian. My mother makes spaghetti with ketchup. What chance do I have?
I'm almost through, Mom.
All right, darling. Don't get up too quickly.
You have better color today, sweetheart. Did you get a little sun this morning? I love that so much.
Very slowly, I hope.
Yes, Mom.
That's good. She gets all the special treatment because the doctors say she has kind of a flutter in her heart. I got hit with a baseball, right in the back of the skull. I saw 2 of everything for a week, and I still had to carry a block of ice home every afternoon. Girls are treated like queens. Maybe that's what I should have been born, an Italian girl.
Jeez! What? How many times have I told you not to leave your things around the house?
109.
What?
You said yesterday, I told you 109 times how to leave your things around the house.
Don't be fresh with your mother, Jean.
Was I fresh? I swear to God, that's what she said to me yesterday. One day I'm going to put this all down in a book or a play. Thank you.
Well, here we are, Rosemary. Right back where we started from. You were awful nice to me tonight, Rosemary. Do you think Miss Owen suspects anything?
I don't care if she does.
Well, the businessman's got to be careful talking after all you're a school teacher. Well, I better be getting back to Cherry. Good night, Rosemary.
Where are you going, Howard?
Honey, I gotta get home.
Can't go off and leave me.
Honey, talk sense.
Can't go off without me, Howard. Not after tonight. That's sense.
Honey, be reasonable.
Really?
What do people
To
say?
hell with what people say. What do people say if I thumbed my nose at them? What do people say if I walked down the street and showed them my pink panties with white hair? What do people say?
Not yourself tonight.
Yes, I am. I'm more myself than I ever was. Take me with you, Howard. If you don't, I don't know what I'll do with myself. I mean it.
Now, look, Rosemary, Rosemary, you know better than that.
You can't let that happen to me, Howard.
I don't understand. When we first started going together, you were the best sport I ever saw. Always good for a laugh.
I can't laugh anymore.
We'll talk it over Saturday.
We'll talk it over now.
Well, honey,
You said you were going to marry me, Howard. You said when I got back from my vacation, you'd be waiting with the preacher.
I had an awful
Where's
business.
the preacher, Howard? Where is he?
Rosemary, I'm 42 years old. A man forms certain ways of living, and one day it's too late to change.
I'm no spring chicken either. I've formed my ways too, but they can be changed. They've got to be changed. It's no good living like this. In rented rooms, meeting a bunch of old maids for supper each night, and then coming back home alone.
I know how it is, Rosemary. I don't like no bed of roses either.
And why don't you do something about it?
I figure there's something bad about it.
Well, there's too much bad about mine. Each year I keep telling myself it's the last. Something will happen. And then nothing ever does. So I get a little crazy all the time.
Well,
A well's a hole in the ground, Howard. All this time. You've just been leading me on.
Rosemary, that's not so. I've not been trying to
I'd
lead
like
you
to
on.
know what else you call it.
Can we talk this over Saturday? I'm dead tired and I'm busy.
You got to marry me, Howard.
Can't marry you now.
You can be here in the morning.
Sometimes you're in reason.
You've got to marry me.
What do you do about your job?
Alva Jackson could take my place till they get someone new from the agency.
I have to pay Fred Jenkins to take care of the store for a few days.
And get him.
Well,
I'll be waiting for you in the morning, Howard.
no. I'm not going to marry anyone who says, you've got to marry me, Howard. I'm not going to. If a woman wants me to marry her, she can at least say, please.
Please, marry me, Howard.
You've got to give me some time to think it over.
Oh, God. Please, marry me, Howard. Please.
Rosemary, don't. Look, you better go upstairs and get some sleep. I'll call you in the morning.
I won't sleep a wink, Howard.
Good night, Rosemary.
Please call.
I'll call.
Please call.
I will, Rosemary. I will.
Good night, Howard. Thank you.
We met 2 Sundays ago, and we walk in the park. This is the third Sunday we've met now. We talk about the future.
It was autumn and orange and green and blue, and there were yellow leaves everywhere, and they made a scuffing noise under our feet, like this.
And when we got home, our socks had orange and yellow and blue and green leaf shreds in them, stuck in the mold.
Now wait. His socks and his home. I wear nylons and I have an apartment, and he doesn't know where I live, and I don't know where he lives. He has his life, and I have mine.
Except for Sunday. Today, we walk along and talk about the future. We never mention the past, and our feet make a scuffing noise like this.
Now wait. Just because we don't talk about the past, don't think I'm any kind of slut or anything. I'm just an Ohio girl, OH10. You only talk about the past when you have a past. Hey, tell me a funny story.
They're not funny stories, they're true.
True, listen to this one. We're walking in the zoo in Central Park and we go past the polar bears. Now, I've never seen a polar bear before. Hey, look at the polar bears.
Don't do that!
Oh my God, it's not gonna kill me.
Won't kill you? Listen, 10 years ago, my sister Lucy was top debutante.
Really?
And Lucy and her 2 asteroids broke into this part of the zoo, and Lucy put her arm into this cage, this very cage, just as you did now before I stopped you, and this polar bear bit my sister Lucy's arm off at
told me that you had a wife with a blue preambulator and a rifle with a silencer on it, and that she shot you in the foot when you came in late.
Since I met you, I don't have a wife.
Are you divorced?
No,
But you don't have a wife.
I don't have a wife. I've never wanted anyone before, but something about you, the way you fed those pigeons, I wanted to know you, and now, have I told you what my job is? I don't think I have. I'm a seeing eye person for blind dogs. That's very ironic because you've made me see so many things, and I made you see nothing.
I want to be married. I like you. I want to be married to you. But when I see people like that incredibly fat woman over there and her two, yes, two incredibly fat children, and I think, well, marriage didn't treat her well, so what's the point?
What incredibly fat woman?
Oh, you can't see her. She went behind those rocks. Why does anybody belong to her? I don't get hurt. I'm young. I'm pretty. I don't need anybody. What are you doing?
That woman, what did you say she was pushing?
A blue preambulator with two. That's your wife, isn't it? You weren't fooling. And that's what you come home to every night.
Oh, I can't divorce her. You can divorce a pretty wife for a homely one, but you can't switch an ugly one for a beautiful one. You're very beautiful.
I love you so much.
My wife's name is Maud. I'm going to call her. Maud!
Hey, Maud!
Maud! Maud!
Hey, Maud!
She sees us! She sees us! Hey, Maud!
Look, she's taking the babies out and throwing them on the ground.
Draw hers up and here comes the blue rifle. Hang on.
Really do have a sister named Lucy, don't you?
What did you forget? I know you're shivering.
It's nothing, they turned off my heat, and I'm just a little weak on my feet. Would you like my candle? What are you staring at?
Nothing. Your hair in moonlight. You look familiar. Can you make it?
Just haven't eaten much today. The room stopped spinning. Anyway, what?
Nothing. Your smile reminded
I
me.
always remind people of who is she?
She died.
Her name was April.
It's out again. Sorry about your friend. Would you like my candle?
Well,
Yeah.
Oh, the wax.
I like it between my
Fingers. I figured. Oh well.
good night.
It blew out again.
No, I think that I dropped my stash.
I know I've seen you out and about when I used to go out. Your candle's out.
I'm in, I had it when I walked in the door.
Ike. You do have a nice Ike. You look familiar.
Like you dead girlfriend.
Only when you smile, but I'm sure I've seen you somewhere else.
Do you go to the cat scratch club? That's where I work. I dance.
Yes. They used to tie you up.
It's a living.
I didn't recognize you without the handcuffs.
Would you like my candle? Oh, won't you like my candle?
Why don't you forget that stuff? You look like you're 16.
19, old from my age, born to be
I
bad.
once was born to be bad. I used to shiver like
I
that.
have no heat.
I used to sweat.
I got a cold.
Used to be a junkie.
Now and then I like
Uh-huh.
to feel good.
Oh, what's this? Oh, Andy Barber.
Would you like my candle? Oh, what you do to my candle?
That was my last match.
Eyes of the dust, thank God for love.
Maybe it's not the moon at all. I hear Spike Lee shooting down the street. Gold hands.
Yours too big, like my father's. Joanne.
With you.
No, with my father.
My father.
They call me me. All right. How much longer is this going to go on? You're not going to talk to me? Two can play at this game. I can have a challenge between without talking just as long as you can. Then why the hell don't you shut up? Are you talking to me?
You had your chance to talk last night. From now on, I never want to hear a word from that shampooed head as long as you live. That's a warning.
Oh, I stand warned.
This is my apartment. Everything in this apartment is mine. The only thing here that is yours is you.
I don't think I gathered the entire meaning of that remark.
Then I'll explain it to you. Stay out of my way. I'm warning you. You want to live here? I don't want to see you. I don't want to smell your cooking. And now get that spaghetti off my poker table. What the hell's so funny?
It's not spaghetti, it's linguine. I'm not cleaning that up.
Is that a promise?
Did you hear what I said? I'm not cleaning that up. You just let it lie there, wouldn't you? Until it turns hard and brown.
on your chest beside your chin. You better get it off.
Okay. You're a wonderful guy. You took me in, gave me a place to live, and something to live for. For that I'll never forget. Your talks with me on.
If I've just been told off, I think I may have missed it.
It's coming now. You're also one of the biggest dogs in the world.
I see.
And completely unreliable.
Finished?
Undependable.
Is that it?
And irresponsible.
Keep going, I think you're hot.
That's it. I'm finished. Now you've been told off. How do you like that? Thank you. You like it so far? Yes. I love this beauty shop. Thank you. Is it all yours? Yes, I own it. I always walk by it on the way home. When it's all shut down and the lights are off. Really? Yes. At night it's so beautiful and empty and sad. All the hair is swept off the floors and a woman has gone home for the night. There are plastic vestments draped over the chairs to catch the useless things that have fallen. Yes, I never thought of it like that. There's a neon sign in the window. It's in earnest about beautification. My sign is earnest? In a good way. Sounds like you've thought about it. I have. You've incredibly healthy hair. I don't use conditioner and I don't blow dry it. That's good. You should keep that up. Do women tell you lots of secrets when you're cutting your hair? Stories you wouldn't believe. I thought so. Like what? I can't tell. Whenever I walk by, I always imagine all the stories women have told during the day. Holding court in green lights, stories with tiaras and green wands. I'm sorry. Sometimes I get wound up and I tell people what I'm thinking. So, what do you do? I work at a bank. Really? Yes. Why? You just don't seem like you work at a bank. What are you saying about banks? Or what are you saying about me? You must have meant something by it. I didn't. Really? Is something the matter? No, I'm fine. Well, I'm just about finished. Oh no. What's the matter? I need for over. You could comb for 5 more minutes? That would be heaven. Okay. So, were you always a hairdresser? No. Physicist? Really? Yes. All those angles? Yes. Then what? Yeah. Are you happier now? I think so. That's good. Do you ever feel melancholy in the afternoons, sweeping up the hair that's no longer on anyone's head? Sometimes. I feel I can smell the ocean. I feel I can smell the ocean too. Right now. Right now? Wow, how about that? All the way from Illinois. I smell salt, I smell seaweed. Are you from the ocean? Well, I used to live by the ocean. So you're far from home. You're in exile? Well, I moved from New Jersey. The wind is different by the ocean, isn't it? I think so. Do you ever collect it? All the lost hair? No, what do I use it for? Oh, nothing. So that it wouldn't be alone, so that it would be with all the other lost hair? Do you mind if I keep my hair? No, that's fine. I love this time of afternoon. Me too. Me too. Me too. Me too. Uh-oh. What? I have a nurse at home. She would like me to say me too 3 times in a row. She takes care of you? Well, kind of. I live with her. Oh. There's a word in Russian. It means melancholy, but not exactly. It means to love someone, but also to pity them. You really do have beautiful hair.
be around.
How's the old outboard motor?
Right?
All gassed up?
They used to wake up the whole damn fraternity.
Last time I saw you, you were on your way to Hollywood to become some big movie hero.
Oh, that.
What do you mean, oh that? Isn't that what I loaned you $100 for?
Sure, seen more.
Well, what happened?
Things just didn't work out, that's all.
I tried to warn you, Hal. Every year, some talent scout comes to screen tests to all the big athletes.
Oh, I got the test. Okay, I was about to have myself a big career. They were gonna call me Brush Carter. How do you like that?
Yeah?
Yeah, and they'd be posing in pictures with my shirt off, real rugged. And they'd be dressed up like Foreign Legion. Mwah.
No kidding.
Yeah, and they'd be wearing those tights, you know. The tights that fit you down there, like a glove. And they had to wear this big hat with a plume, and they had me poking at things with swords. Touche, mug. It was real crazy.
Did they give you advice to read?
Yeah, that part went okay. It was my teeth.
Your teeth.
Yeah, out there you gotta have a certain kind of teeth or they can't use you. There's babes that had to pull out all my teeth to give me new ones. So now-
Wait a minute. What babe?
The babe that got me the screen test. Oh. She wasn't a babe exactly. She was kind of beat up, but bad.
Yeah. What are you doing here?
Well, I came to see you.
Yeah? Why?
Well, after Hollywood, I got a job in Nevada on a ranch. Seymour. You'd have been proud of me. I was in bed every night at 10, up every morning at 6. No liquor, no babes. I saved up $200.
Oh, so you came to pay me back?
Seymour, I was gonna, but got rolled.
Rolled? You?
Yeah, by 2 babes. See, I was gonna hitchhike down to Texas to try my luck. These 2 babes pull up in this big yellow convertible, and one of them yells, "Get in, Stan!" So I got in. Seymour, it was crazy. They had a shaker full of martinis right there in the car, and one of these dames was smoking the weed.
That never happens to me. Well, go on with the story.
Well, Seymour, I'm gonna agree with that.
Sure.
So when they're taking me to the tourist cabin, I said, all right, girls, I gotta pay for the ride. Well, they must have thought I was King Kong.
You mean both of them?
Sure.
Golly.
But then I didn't use some more. I always had things under control. Never cut classes, understood the lectures, and took notes. What's so funny?
The one authentic hero the university has, and he envied you.
Yeah, big hero, but just between the goalposts. Seymour, you're the only guy that ever treated me like a human being.
I know.
Checking to see if I used the singular instead of the plural.
You just imagine that.
The big I did.
What makes you think you're so much worse than everybody else?
Maybe I'll tell you someday.
Your father drinks. So what? It happens in the best of families.
Seymour, he died in jail last time they scraped him up off the sidewalk.
Gee. Hal, I'm awfully sorry to hear that.
The old lady wouldn't even come across with the dough for the funeral. We'd bury him in Papa's Row.
What about the filling station?
Yeah, he left it to me in his will. But the old lady wanted it so bad she was going to have him declared insane. So I let her have it. Who needs it?
Yeah. When did you get into town?
This morning, I'm afraid.
Why didn't you come see me right away?
Seymour, I was gonna, but I got rolled. I was gonna pick up some change and get a new shirt. I was hoping, you and your dad, between you, might fix me up with a job.
Well, what kind of job, Hal?
Gee, I don't know. Something in an office somewhere. Wear a tie, have a sweet little secretary, and talk about enterprises and things. I always had the feeling that if I was just given a chance, I could set the whole world on fire.
Well, maybe you could, Hal. But for the time being, you've got to be content with working hard and having patience.
That's something I gotta learn. Patience.
Oh, for heaven's sake, tell it to me again.
I'll say, that sounds great, Ginny. That sounds exactly right. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to tell me the wrong damned address. Jenny? Hello? Hello, Ginny, I know you're there and you're not picking up because you're like a child. Anyway, I wanted to say that there's no need for you to call and check up on me anymore. Because with my grandson here, I'm really very well taken care of. And I don't need you calling me anymore. I think that's best.
Ginny? Why don't you just knock on the door? You know she's like 20 feet away.
For some reason, we've never done that. Something she has about privacy or...
You okay?
My files are a mess. It's the time of year when I usually do my donations, and I can't find the list of charities I usually give to, and I can't find my checkbook, so that's the kind of morning I'm having.
I can help you look. You still have time. I can back.
Where are you going?
Find your home, garden, interview.
Interview. For what?
For a job.
Well, that's pretty terrific. You're thinking of getting a part-time job, is that it?
Full time. Very full
I
time.
never thought I'd see the day.
Hey, I have no aversion to work. It's just gotta be the right job.
Where is it?
Rockies.
What?
Rocky Mountains.
Oh,
They're looking for counselors. They have this program where they drop a bunch of rich kids off in the mountains. Get from one point to another. Rich kids have no idea what's what. They need leaders, so it's actually a pretty cool program I did in high school. Gotta say, I think I'm very qualified. I think I have a shot.
when would that start?
Not so my summer.
Oh,
But I go out early. Spend winter on the slopes. There's always work for people like me.
so when would you leave?
I don't know. Soon?
I see. You know, you haven't given the city a chance. You haven't done any of the museums or the theater.
Come on. It's not.
I'm not trying to convince you of anything. I'm just making an observation. It's a really great place to live, and you haven't had the full experience of it. Not really.
I'm like a cage bird here, Kurt. It's nothing against your city, but for me, it's like a concrete prison.
Well, that's just a whole lot of, what do you call it, a new-aged baloney? And you should listen to yourself sometimes, because you sound stupid, you really do.
So I'll be back in a few hours. Still out looking for your
You didn't take it, did you?
What?
My checkbook. Listen, I'll be a lot less angry.
I
if you
didn't
tell me
take
now.
it.
Leo Joseph
I
Connor.
didn't take it. I didn't take it. I didn't take it. I didn't take it. Yesterday, you lost your keys. 3 days you couldn't find your hearing aid. And there was a price this morning, your teeth went missing. You think I did that too? I didn't take your checkbook. God.
I hope you're telling the truth. I really do. Your record of how much money you've taken hasn't exactly been. I wasn't going to say it.
Well, let's hope this interview goes well because it's clear you don't trust me. Maybe it's better for just for the both of us. I just got it.
Maybe that's true.
Maybe.
Thank you.
Oh, just 1 minute. You can't bring all of those in here. Oops. You're only allowed to try on 6 items at a time. I'm sorry. Uh-oh. Miss, did you hear me? They keep falling
their dressing rooms. I do. How do you expect me to keep track of the merchandise unless I know how many items pass through here?
Excuse me, I'm afraid
There are certain rules customers have to follow. I don't care who you
half
are.
an inch.
First, they have to let me count the number of items they're going to try on. And second, they have to wait for me to assign them a dressing room. Running a fitting room is not as easy as it looks. Thousands of dollars worth of merchandise passes through here every day.
Thank you very much.
I once caught a woman trying to sneak the entire length of carpeting off the floor. God's truth, she brought this huge canvas bag with her.
I need something for a party. Our office is having a party tonight, and I want to look wonderful. I thought this dress would be perfect, but when I looked at myself in the mirror during lunch hour, I realized it was all wrong. It's too mousy.
Okay, let's see what you've got here. 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15. What's this? It looks like a nightgown. Department 215B. Department 215B is all the way down in the basement. Okay, which things do you want to try on first? You can pick out 4.
Oh dear, I don't have much time. I've got to be back at 6 to help set up. You see, I never planned to go shopping in the first place. I snuck out.
After you finish trying on the first 4, just come back and I will give you the next batch, and so on until you find the one you want.
Well, which should I try on first?
Doesn't matter, just pick out 4 you like. But no more than 4.
Well, what should I try on first?
Here, would you like me to choose for you?
Would you?
No problem. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go.
Gee, thanks a lot.
Hey, wait a minute! I haven't assigned you a room yet.
Oh, yes.
Here, take them into room 22.
Hey, there's no stool in here. Where will I put everything?
Use the hook on the wall.
What hook?
It must have been stolen. Listen, you love right there. You do have a mirror, don't you?
Could I bring in that little stool from the other dressing room?
I'm sorry, but you're not allowed to move stools from one room to another.
I can't reach the zipper. Help! Okay, that's it. Just fling me or back and reach.
Well, come on out, I'll help you.
I'm afraid it's too small. That's why I
No
decided.
wonder. The zipper pull's broken off. The dress is defective. You'll have to go back out there and see if you can find another one.
Defective? Just my luck, a broken zipper, and this was my favorite.
Honey, I'm
Whoa,
not
whoa.
telling you. Find another one.
I don't mind. I'll use a safety pin for the time being.
How are the others?
Terrible.
Well, if you like this one so much, see if you can find another one. Hey, wait a minute. You can't go out there in your slip. Thank you.
I feel too good. What a day.
It's almost like summer, isn't it? It's better than summer. We love this kind of weather.
This is the end of it, though. It's supposed to freeze tonight.
Really?
That's what the business said. The trees are pretty much past the peak.
Did you have a nice drive?
It was great. Jeffrey and I went all the way up to Manchester and walked on the beach. When we started out this morning, we were only going to go as far as Andover, but it was so warm, we just kept driving. I had no idea it was so close. So we took our shoes off and we were walking to the surf.
Sounds great.
It was. We had a good talk. We talked about getting married.
What? Jesus, are you kidding? Oh my God, what is it today? It's got to be the weather.
That's a lot.
No, I'm sorry, that's not how I meant that to sound. It's just someone else I know got proposed to today. It's kind of weird is all.
Well, he didn't. Jeffrey didn't propose.
Well, what can he say?
He wanted to talk about it. You know, generally.
Generally?
Yes, generally.
Come on, Jessica, is he doing this to you again?
control over my life. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. Yes, I think
So I break up with Jeffrey. And then what happens? Then my friend hits me up with someone, I start looking again, or I join one of those agencies.
No, that's not what you don't have to do any of that.
Okay, let's say I break up with Jeffrey and join a health club. Or I take classes at UMass. Or start going to bars. I'm not going to do that, Kale. It's just, it's so humiliating. I won't do it.
You're a beautiful woman. You're not going to have any trouble finding someone.
It's not easy for me. It's never been easy. It takes me a long time to feel comfortable around people, and I don't have a lot of time anymore, all right?
You're only 30 years old.
I'll be 31 next month.
That's young.
I want children. I want children. I've always wanted children. I don't have a lot of time anymore. Okay?
I mean, what if Jeffrey decides, Jesus, Jessica, he's been hustling for so long.
I know I already talked about this. I love Jeffrey. We talked about it today. We're going to work a few things out, and then in a year or so, we're going to get married. Yeah, don't look at me like that. This is the happiest day of my life. Why don't you believe me?
I do. I'm sorry. I'm just so confused today. On one hand, 30 seems young. On the other, it seems old. I don't know. I think it's time we all start moving on with our lives. And I don't know what that means anymore.
Thank you.
Candy give me a body yada yada, body yada yada, scatty-wah, scatty-wah.
Bippity-boppity-boo! Bippity-boppity-boo!
Womp 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 womp. Hit!
Mrs. Owens suspects anything?
Well, here he does.
Well, a businessman's got to be careful of talking. And after all, you are a businessman. Well, better keep going back to Cherry Bed. Gotta work shopping, Marty. Night, Rosemary.
Where are you going, Howard?
Honey, I gotta get home.
You can't go off and leave me.
Honey, talk sense.
You can't go off without me. Not after tonight, that's sense.
Honey, be reasonable.
Take me with you.
What did people say?
What do people say?
Honey,
What did you say for someone else? What did you say as you walked down the street and showed my pink panties? What do we care what people say?
you're not yourself tonight.
Yes, I am. I am more myself than I ever was. Take me with you, Howard. If you don't, I don't know what I'll do with myself. I mean it.
Now look, Rosemary, you better go upstairs and get some sleep. You gotta start school in the morning, we'll talk this over Saturday.
Maybe you won't be back Saturday. Maybe you won't be back ever again.
No, Rosemary, you know better than that.
And what's the next thing in store for me? To be nice to the next man, then the next? Till there is no one left to care whether I am nice to or not. Till I'm ready for the grave and don't have anyone to take me
Now,
there.
Rosemary.
You can't let that happen to me, Howard.
I don't understand, Rosemary. When we first started going together, you were the best bird I ever saw. Always good for a laugh.
I can't help it.
We'll talk it over Saturday.
We'll talk it over now.
Well, honey,
You said you were going to marry me, Howard. You said when I got back from my vacation, you'd be waiting with the preacher.
Rosemary, I've had an awful busy
Where's
summer.
the preacher, Howard? Where is he?
Rosemary, I'm 42 years old. A person forms certain ways of living, and one day it's too late to change.
I'm no spring chicken either. Maybe I'm a little older than you think I am. I form my ways too, but they can be changed. They've got to be changed. It's no good living like this in rented rooms, eating a bunch of old maids for supper and coming back home alone.
No, it ain't, Rosemary. My life's no bed of roses either.
Then why don't you do something about it?
I figure there's some bad things about every life.
There's too much bad about mine. Each year I keep telling myself, it's the last. Something will happen. Then nothing ever does. Except I get a little crazy all the time.
Well,
The world's a hole in the road, Howard.
I wasn't trying to be funny, Rosemary.
All this time, you've just been leading me on.
Rosemary, that's not so. I'm not believing
Then I'd like to know what else you call it.
Well, can't we talk this over Saturday? I'm dead tired, and I got a busy weekend.
You've got to marry me, Howard.
Well, I can't be with you now.
You can be over here in the morning.
Sometimes you're unreasonable.
You've got to marry me.
What'll you do about your job?
Al Jackson can take my place till they get someone new from the agency.
I'll have to pay Fred Jenkins to cover the store for a couple days.
And get him.
Well,
I'll be waiting for you in the morning, Howard.
no. I'm not going to marry anyone that says you got to marry me, Howard. I'm not going to. If a woman wants me to marry her, the least she can do is say, please.
Please. Marry me, Howard.
You got to give me time to think it over.
Oh, God. Please marry me, Howard, please.
No, Rosemary.
Please, please.
Well, look, Rosemary, you better go upstairs and get some sleep. We'll call you Saturday.
Howard. Thank you. Good night, Howard.
Good night.
Please call.
Call.
Please call.
Honey, I'll call.
Night.
Good night. Hi,
What are you doing? I'm holding onto your leg.
Oh. Why?
I don't know. I'm paying.
Sure you can, Katerian. Just seems weird.
How are you doing anyways?
Fine. Just a bit bored. Hey, Cord, you were making a racket in there. What were they doing? Torturing you?
Yeah.
Did it hurt?
Of course. It hurt, Michael. If it didn't hurt, it wouldn't really be torture now, would it?
No, I suppose not.
Did yours hurt
Did my what?
when they tortured you?
They didn't torture me.
Wait, what?
No. The guy said he was going to torture me, and I thought, oh boy, that hurt. So I just told him what he wanted to hear.
But I heard you scream.
Yeah, the guy told me to scream. He said I did a really good job.
So he just told you what to say, and then you agreed to it.
Yeah.
Swear to me on your life that you didn't kill those 3 kids.
I swear to you on my life that I didn't kill those 3 kids.
Did you sign anything?
You know I can't sign nothing.
Good. Then maybe we can still get out of this?
Get out of what?
Get out of being executed for killing those 3 kids.
Get out of being executed from those 3 kids. Yeah, that'd be good. How?
Well, all they have against us is what you said, right? And you're saying they didn't even touch you.
No. The guy gave me a sandwich, except I had to take the lettuce out. Yeah.
Just let me think. For a minute. Just let me think.
You sure like thinking, don't you?
Why are we being so stupid? I mean, why are we believing everything that they're telling us?
Why?
This is just like storytelling.
I know.
Okay, a man walks into a room and he says to another man that your mother is dead.
I know my mother's
No,
dead.
not you in the story. A man walks into a room and he says to another man that your mother is dead. Now we know the second man's mother is dead.
Yes.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
All we know is that a man has walked into a room and he said to a second man, your mother is dead. That's all we know. It's the first rule of storytelling. Don't believe everything you read in the papers.
I don't read the papers.
Good. You'll always be one step ahead of everybody. Now, who runs the papers?
The police. Oh, you're quite clever.
No matter what they do, you don't sign a thing. No matter what they do, you don't sign a thing.
No matter what they do, I won't sign anything. No matter what they do to me, I won't sign anything. Can I sign your name?
Especially don't sign my name. Especially not my name, Michael.
I killed the lower kids. Sign Katerian.
You little shit.
And I had nothing to do with his brother, Michael. Not even a bit. Sign Katerian.
Oh, you're gonna try to
Don't! I'm sorry, Michael.
It's all right. It's all right. We're going to be all right. We're going to get out of this if we just stick together. Thank you.